What is going on, guys? PapaSea back with another Duel Links video for you guys, and today we're looking at the new look Gladiator Beast since we got quite a few new support cards actually with this recent Gladiator Island event. If you guys enjoy the content you want to support the channel, make sure to leave a like as well. If these videos can get support and get a good amount of likes, I will try to upload every day that I possibly can. So far we're on 2 days in a row, so let's see if we can continue that. So, I'm not going to explain the deck too much because I had a video a couple of days ago when the event started explaining all the new cards, but basically if you have no idea how Gladiator Beasts work, basically all get effects once they attack, send itself to the deck, and then special summon another card. That was a horrible explanation. Basically, when a Gladiator Beast monster attacks, you can send it back to the deck to special summon another Gladiator Beast with a different name. Darius special summons something from the grave, Ikes gets a Gladiator Beast card back to your hand from the grave, Liquori gains 300 attack, Bestiary pops a spell or trap, Murmula pops a face-up monster. Important to note, Murmula and Bestiary are mandatory, so if your opponent does not have any monsters in the field and you summon Murmula, you must pop one of your own monsters. So basically, you guys see how the deck works if you guys didn't know how it worked. The new cards we got, though, are Darius and Ikes. I think Ikes might be a little bit better, although Darius is very, very good. The biggest problem with Darius is you don't have a main phase 2. Now, going back to the TCG, and I like to make a lot of parallels to the TCG when it comes to decks like Gladiator Beast, Darius was really good, and it still is pretty good in Duel Links, because you could special summon it after you attack, special summon a Glad from your graveyard, and then in your main phase 2, which we don't have in Duel Links, you could go into one of your fusion monsters, such as Esadari or Geyseras, which you don't have either. So, it's still not bad because it gives you field presence, which is nice, and since you play a lot of traps like Wall of Disruption, Paleozoic Canadia, Impenetrable Attack, you can definitely get around the fact that you just have a pretty vulnerable monster in defense position, because all of these Glads have low defense. We don't have Gladiator Beast Hoplimus, which is like a 2100 defense Gladiator Beast. It would be so good in this game just to open it, set it. Would have been great in the Sylvan meta because people think you're playing Sylvans, and it would have just been a great card. So, I'm playing Balance because you want to be able to open with a monster and a trap. Balance has become my skill of choice when it comes to more rogue decks, so to say, like the Counter Fairy, stuff like that. So since we're playing Balance, we need 6 spells. I'm playing 2 Fire Formation Gyoku. You can play Cosmic Cyclone, you can play really anything else you see fit here. I'm playing Gyoku because Gyoku gives the 100 attack boost to all my Beast and Beast Warriors, or just Beast Warriors, I don't know. But Liquori and Darius get the boost, which is really, really nice. 2 Super Rush to help my Glads get over bigger monsters, especially Dyna, because Dyna in For Hires is a really big problem with this deck because you have to attack the Dyna, and none of your monsters have more than 2500 attack except for your extra deck monsters. But Nerokus, you need 3 Gladiator Beasts to summon it. I'll talk about more of him later. And you can't tag out with Super Rush if you destroy a monster because it's being destroyed by a card effect, not by battle, which is fine. 2 Econ, very, very good in this deck. Switch things to defense mode, gotta love it. Then we're playing the 1 Canadia, the 1 Floodgate Trap Hole. If you have more of these, I would recommend playing more of these over the Impenetrable Attacks and the Wall of Deep, because these cards are so freaking good in this meta because of For Hires being a thing. But transversely, these cards are very good against Gladiator Beast as well. And that's another one of the big problems with Gladiator Beast, is that they suffer from a lot of the same things that For Hires suffer from. And since For Hire is so popular and everyone's playing Canadia or Floodgate, this deck struggles against those too because you are really reliant on your normal summon, like For Hires. Next, playing 1 Impenetrable Attack as my 6th trap. This could be anything. Honestly, I'm playing this because you can use it when you attack as well. So, for example, I could attack into a Dyna with my Liquori, tag out to a Murmula, which is pretty nice. And then triple Wall of D because it is such a good trap card. Now, if you are a pure free-to-play player, it's going to be pretty difficult for you to build this deck, I'm not going to lie. Liquori is the only SR from a pack, but it is an older pack. I believe the pack is Galactic Origin, released in November of 2017. Kind of an old pack, so if you're free to play, I don't recommend building this deck, to be completely honest. Is Liquori mandatory? If you're playing Heraclinos, it is. Heraclinos is a UR in the same set. I don't have Heraclinos. Definitely a more budget-friendly deck. And then for the traps, again, if you manage to have multiple Canadias or multiple Floodgates, play those. You don't have Wall of D. Curse of Anubis, very good. Windstorm, very good. Switch monster defense and attack over them. And that's pretty much how to make it more free-to-play friendly. For the extra deck, 1 Nerokus, you pretty much never summon anything from the extra deck. The thing you summon the most is Esadari, which is just, you summon it by sending 2 Glads you control back to your deck. It's 1200 beater, that's all it does. Nerokus is more interesting. It requires 3 Glads though, which is very, very difficult. And it cannot be destroyed by battle, which is cool. And if this card attacks, your opponent cannot activate effects of cards till the end of the damage step. And at the end of the battle phase, if this card attacks or was attacked, just like every other Gladiator Beast, you can send it back to the deck, but you special summon 2 Glads instead of 1, which is really, really cool. And then Heraclinos is, I believe Heraclinos is 3 Glads, but one of them must be Liquori. And I believe you can discard a card to negate a spell or trap. Pretty good, but again, in Duel Links, you know, you need 3 monsters on board to summon it. You gotta discard. it's hard to pull off. It's a good card, but hard to pull off. So that's the explanation. If you want a more in-depth Gladiator Beast explanation, I have a link. I'll link in the description if I remember, where I'm talking more about Gladiator Beast. So I am still in Plat. I'm not gonna lie, D-ranked in the video yesterday. I played with my fur hires a little bit to get back to Plat 4. I was gonna try to get to Legend, and then I got tired and went to bed, so I stopped playing. So here we are, playing with the Gladiator Beasts. Hopefully they can be pretty good. Now again, like I said, if you go first, it's really good. I think this deck is definitely better going first because you guarantee get your summon off and you can have a back row. Transversely, if you go second, if I summon a monster and they Canadia it, it's kind of bad. Granted, I guess if they Canadia it, it's not as bad because if they Canadia or Fligate you and you have a set wall of D, and your Glad managed to live an attack, that's pretty good. But, you know, Laquari has like 200 defense or 400 defense. So it is a little bit difficult, and then you have Darius with only 300 defense, so even if you wall of D something, they'll probably still be able to attack over it, especially if they only have one monster on board. And of course, since we're playing Glads, you gotta have the brand new Dual Island Gladiator Beast map. I love it. And it has Andal on it. Andal you could play. Andal's not a bad card. It's a vanilla 1900 Gladiator Beast. The problem with it is you can't tag out, but if you don't have Laquaris, it's not the worst to replace it. So first turn Poly with a 25 card Aster Phoenix deck. Is this going to be Gem Knights? I know Gem Knights like to run 20 to 30, more than 20 cards I should say. And I've seen, no, just heroes. I've seen some Gem Knight builds that are like less than 30 cards. I forgot the reasoning, but there was a good reason for it. So we got Dangerous in defense mode. I'm playing Glad, so I can attack into that, which is totally fine. Dangerous, I believe it only boosts attack, not defense, if I am not mistaken. 200 attack for each hero monster in your graveyard. Okay, so unfortunately, it has no back row, so these two Gyokus are dead. I can't activate them. I will set my Canadia here. Now, I gotta think about this, though. He only has one card in hand, and did he discard a Drill Dark? No, he didn't. So, assuming that the card in his hand isn't a monster, and he doesn't draw a Drill Dark or have a Drill Dark in hand, I think my best play is just to summon this, attack, and then go into Murmillo. Actually, yeah, I'm going to do that, because I only have one Darius in the deck versus the two Akest. By the way, this event, to get the Dariuses and stuff, pretty difficult. Pretty difficult. And he has his toggle on because he can use his effect whenever he wants. So I'm going to attack into this because I have to. Now, transversely, I have seen people run the skill Holy Guard with Gladiator Beast, which I'm not the biggest fan of. It would be nice in this particular situation because I wouldn't lose 900 life points. But, like, it's not the worst thing in the world, so let's use his effect. Alright, now we have only one Canadia face down, so if he has Drill Dark and another Glad, or another hero, excuse me, that's pretty bad. But I am going to summon the Murmillo, and I am going to summon it in attack position just to bait him. Granted, whatever summon is going to Canadia. And this hand would have been a lot better if I got 2 traps instead of 2 spells in my opening hand. That would have been really nice. Alright, so what does he have in his hand? Alright, I just want to see if Dangerous was discard 1 card or discard 1 hero. Alright, if this is Mass Change, this is bad. I don't think it's Mass Change because it's not being toggled. So I have to Canadia this. And then a Cat's gonna tackle. Okay, so he doesn't have the... Okay, so he has no back row at all, which is really interesting. Now, I'm not playing against the most optimized hero deck. And I have been wanting to play heroes again. Let me summon... How much defense does that thing have? 14. Alright, I'll summon this. I have wanted to play against, or play with heroes again. I'm just not sure what skill to use. I've seen a lot of people run Destiny Calling. And I've seen a lot of people run Beatdown. Beatdown's definitely the win more skill because your Anki just does more damage. While Destiny Calling is nice because your smaller heroes could attack over Dinah because all of your heroes have 1600 attack. Dinah has 2500, which is not bad. So I'll send you back to the deck. And I am going to summon off a Laquari, I guess. And then I'm going to send this guy back to the deck. Unfortunately, the Laquari's in my hand. But there was no way I could have summoned 2 Laquaris this turn because I only have 2 Laquaris in the deck. Which was another problem, or not really a problem, another issue with building the deck. I have to go to Darius. I probably should have just left the Cust out, but it's fine. That's another problem, is that since you only have 20 cards, it's difficult to build a deck. I'm only playing 1 Murmillo, I would like to play 2. I'm only playing 2 Laquari, I would like to play 3. I only have 2, but still. If I had a third, I'd like to play it. Only playing 1 Darius, I'd like to play 2. It just, since you have balance and you need 6 of every card, it's a little difficult. So there's Decider. He's... Okay, so he has probably 2 monsters in hand because he's not using Celestial's effect. So he's probably going to bring back the Fearmonger, if I were to guess, or the Diamond Dude. I believe he has both of those in the grave as well. If he brings Celestial, then he has no idea what he's doing. He brought back Celestial. Interesting. Very interesting. So no back row at all. We drew the Murmelo. I'm going to have to summon the Murmelo because I don't want it in the hand. Because I want to be able to summon it if possible. So I'm going to just summon this. I might have actually missed lethal. Actually, yeah, I missed lethal. I just realized that. If I summon Lucario, that was lethal. I feel silly. Alright. That was silly then. So, let's send Murmelo back. And I'm gonna have to summon a Kest here. Yeah, I have to summon a Kest here. And I'll just end my turn. Wait, what? No, I'm not gonna use anything else. I am not gonna use Lucario's effect. I am not gonna use Darius' effect. So, I miss lethal, and I feel really silly. I was just so focused on getting the Murmelo out of my hand that I didn't even calculate life points. Now, I know that he has a Celestial in hand, and his other card is probably a monster. And his skill is activatable, but the skill is only on his turn. So I should still win. And if he has any set cards, I have 2 Gyogus, so it's fine. So there's Celestial. Does he have Mass Change? If he top deck Mass Change, I think I'll lose. But if he top deck Mass Change, he's just the better duelist. There's not much you can do about that when your opponent gets lucky like that. I mean, if he... 25 card deck. Does he have Mass Change even? I don't know. He is thinking here. Probably trying to figure out which one he wants to destroy, reading the effects or something. So you're just going to attack here. No back row. I should win this. Unless he has Mass Change. So I take 5. Okay, good. No Mass Change. Whew. There's my bestiary. Now, this is only when he attacks. Right? Yes, it is only when he attacks. So I'll summon my Lucario, and that will be game. Assuming he doesn't have, like, Sphere Karibo. I mean, even if he has 1, it's game. That's gonna be 100. Does he actually have it? Oh, what? Are you kidding me? Oh, this new monsters you control gain 800 attack till the end phase. Wow. That's crazy. That is actually crazy. He sets a card, that's fine. I can kill it. Or not kill it, I can pin it with Gyoku. If this misplay costs me, I'm gonna be so salty. So he's gonna attack. I don't think he has Mass Change. He doesn't. Okay, so I still win here, unless he has another Blade Master, but I believe you can only get 1 in the game. So I'm pretty sure it's a level up reward. Actually, it wouldn't be that bad of a card if you get multiples. I could definitely see being play. Like a different Destiny Hero variant playing 3 of those. Alright, let's pin this. That's a normal summon Bestiary. And this should be... I should have set the Super Rush, but... This should be game. There we go. And there we go. So not the most optimized Destiny Hero deck. And I did misplay. But I think it's okay. I wish I could just get into Legend. Probably in the next video, I'll probably try it Legend today if I have time. Assuming I don't lose in this video. And then you'll have some more better duels. I don't know, because like I could hit Cog, but the thing with Cog is I feel like you don't have the best opponents in Cog because people... Okay, he's not even playing Mass Change. Does he have Anki in his extra deck? He does. He has 2 Anki, but no Mass Change? Okay. How do you have 2 Ankis, but no Mass Change? I mean, if I were him, I would just take this out, take this out, take this out, take one of these out, take this out, and then, like... I don't know, man. Let's get the next duel going, though. See what we have. See what our gladiators can do. I really want to see what this deck is going to be like against Fur Hires. I believe I only played 1 Fur Hire deck, and I'm pretty sure I lost. But we'll see if we face one. So we got someone from Japan here. He is playing Taya. I have no idea what skill it could be, actually. It could be a mirror match with Holy Guard, actually. We're going first, which is great. I need a trap and a monster. That's a good opening hand. Life point boost B. Alright, I think this is some, Cyberstein cheese. So, I'm gonna have to econ take that Cyberstein. I'm gonna have to econ take Cyberstein if I see it. I don't know. I'm really not a fan of these decks. Somebody asked me once, like, what would I classify as, like, cancer in Duel Links? This would be it. You know, Cyberstein decks, burn decks, and honestly, old Sylvans. Old Sylvan's probably the least cancer, but just the fact that they were so luck-based, it's just like... It's like you could out their normal summon, you could negate a monster effect, and then they could still TK you in the same turn. Like, they could just play through so much stuff. That's why I hated them. Card of the Soul. I wonder what you're going to pull out with this. You have 5,500 life points. You're getting a Lava Golem. Very interesting. So I know he has, or she has Lava Golem. So I probably shouldn't summon anything. Unless I go into Esadari. Really interesting deck. So it's probably some burn degeneracy that we're playing against. Wish I get my Norokos out, but I can't do that without summoning another monster. And I can't summon another monster without Lava Golem coming out. So I'll just attack into, what is this, Doom Dog? Hero Kid. Not Hero Kid. Deep Diver. Choose one monster in your deck and place it on the top of your deck. So I'm not playing Rediari. Rediari is a Gladiator beast. When it's special summoned, you could remove from play a card from your opponent's graveyard. And I believe if I were to remove this, it wouldn't be able to activate because it's not in the graveyard anymore. It's removed from play. I think also this card's turn sent to the graveyard. Choose one monster. So interesting. To be honest, I could probably stall her out because I'm gonna have more cards. Like, assuming she sets another Deep Diver and I attack into it, I just not attack for the rest of the duel and I will win. Unless this is Exodia. But it can't be Exodia because she's not playing Grandpa's cards. And there's no other way to play Exodia. So I'm just not gonna summon anything. Like, this is one of the better things you can do against a stall deck like this, / burn deck. It's just not attack. Or, excuse me, not... Well, eventually not attack. Let's not use the effect. Like, right now I'm just not going to attack. Like, the only way she could win is if she has, Worm, and she just attacks into me and makes me mill. But then I have Econ. So, I could stop it for a little bit. I don't know, man. Sets a monster. Man, I really want to summon another monster, but I can't. I really want to summon another monster, but I just can't. Alright, let's just attack. So you are playing a Cyberstein. Interesting. I'm not going to use your effect, like, ever, Laquari. Unless I just summon something infused into Esadari, but is that worth it? I don't know. Summon Cyberstein. Just gonna econ take that, Chief. I am not gonna... I'm not gonna deal with the shenanigans here. No, no, no. Alright. And we top deck the best possible card. I mean, when you're playing against cheese like this, you can't feel bad about getting lucky, because their whole point is just to play some cheese. So I'm going to... I don't need to summon Bestiari. I'm going to summon Murmelo, attack into it, and then tag out. And that's 2 Cybersteins out of the deck. Alright, let's end our turn. Let's activate the effect. And... I was going to say I could bring out a Kest, but they're both in my hand. So I can't. I could have went a Kest, bring out the Laquari, which would have been nice. But I can't do that. Alright, so 11 cards in her deck versus 12 in mine. You're going to normal summon. Must be nice. Must be nice. Maybe I should have summoned something else, so it would have been at above, where she wouldn't have had enough life points. What the heck is this thing? What? Really? I'm gonna wall D this just so I can attack over it. And I win next turn. Unless she has Sphere Karibo. Let's see, which has the most defense? The Kest does. So I'll summon a Kest in case she has Karibo. And then Gatling Dragon can attack over me. So let's summon a cast. Let's hit her Gatling Dragon. And that's game. So kind of a weird duel. I'll do one more because I feel like the first duel was kind of like not against the great deck, and this one was some cheese. I mean, at least you're getting to see how the deck works, see my thought process with the deck. I have misplayed a little bit. I mean, I don't know. Can you say the Cyberstein thing was a misplay? Should I have summoned something else and made it so that she had less than 5,000? I don't know. You can make that argument, but when 2 Cybersteins are out of the deck, what are the odds of her top decking the third? I don't know, man. Alright, let's see what we have here. This might be my rank up game, actually, which would be nice. So we are playing against Seto Kaiba. Could be Fur Hires with Beatdown. That's what I kind of want to see, because I want to see how this deck goes against. We're going second, though. Second against Fur Hires with this deck, we basically lose. So we got balance, we don't see a skull on his part. We get both of our casts. Okay, but we get a Super Rush, which is nice. So if he manages to summon a Dyna, I can get over it. Then I have Canadia for defense. Dragons. Okay. It's the enemy controller. I could attack into this in Econ. I think I'm going to do that. Because I have 2 other back rows as protection in Canadia and Super Rush. Unless he has something. No, he doesn't. Okay. So I'll set Canadia. I'll set Super Rush. I'm going to attack into that and then go into my Bestiari. Just because I want to get rid of as many resources as he possibly has. Or as I possibly can. Alright, so there's declaring battle. Does he have anything? Does he have anything? He might. I'm going to force it out here if he has something. Which is fine. If it's an Econ, you gotta put me in defense mode. Okay, that's totally fine. That is totally fine. I still bait it out. And I don't get a tag out, but since I have Canadia and Super Rush, there's really not much he could do to get over me. Granted, Super Rush I can't tag out, but still. Tribute to the Doom must be nice. Some people are playing that card. I don't get it. Is this face up? No, it's just target one monster on the field. Okay, so I'm going to have to Canadia whatever comes out. Just so a cast can attack over it. I have to Canadia that. So I need to be able to attack over it. I need to be able to attack over this. Because I can go Ecast into Murmelo, and then I have a set Super Rush as protection, and I'll draw another card here. Which is really nice. And I draw Darius. So I think I'll summon the Darius, actually. Yeah, I'll summon the Darius. And I'll attack over that. Attack over you. Oh, a fly just flew on me and it freaked me out. So let's kill this. And then let me end my turn. And let's use our Darius effect. Send it back to the deck. So, actually, let me read this card. So nothing happens with the things in the grave, right? Okay, so that's fine. Let's go Murmelo. I'll summon Murmelo in defense this time. Granted, he's only going to have 1 card at his disposal. And if it's a monster, I should be able to Super Rush over it. Although he does have, like, Alexandrite Drag, I think it's called in the graveyard. Is that the name of the card he discarded? Just ends his turn. This one. Well, not that one. It scrolled on me. It's fine. Alright, so I will set my Wall of Disruption. I'm in a really good spot right now. I'm assuming he's playing Beatdown. Because he is playing the high-level Dragons. Dragons are a deck I've always liked. Especially since I found that Heretic deck. Which I played like a couple months ago. I might bring that back too. I'm not sure how that'll fare in this meta though. But it was such a fun deck. Does he have something to activate? Alright. Let's send our Ekest back. I'm actually going to get Loquari. And then with the Murmelo, I'm going to get Ekest so I can bring back the card that's in my graveyard. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is Ekest can bring back any Gladiator Beast card from the graveyard, including Spell or Traps, even if they have the apostrophe S. I got that wrong in my video that I made last week. However, the equipped spells with apostrophe S, when they're sent to the graveyard, you can add them to your hand anyway. So there's not really a point in doing that, and like in running them, I should say. because you can't bring them back. The only card that's not a monster that's good for is Respite, which there's just no room to play that card because you don't play enough monsters. Respite, I believe you send 2 Gladiator Beast monsters from your hand to your deck, shuffle it, draw 3. So it is a neutral card, which is kind of nice. You don't go minus, which is cool. Yeah, he just forfeits, can't do anything. So didn't really play against too much meta. Played against dragons, which is a pretty decent rogue deck. An unoptimized hero deck, which I guess is kind of meta, but like not really. And then some burn cheese. We got some variety at least. It's not like in the past when I tried to make these videos and it was just Sylvan. Granted, I thought fur hires were more common than Sylvans, but I haven't really seen that many fur hires today or yesterday. So either way, that'd be it for today. What you guys think of Gladiator Beast in the comments down below. I really like this deck. I want to see your guys' builds too. If you guys have any changes you would like, any different skills you're running. I'm sure there's other skills that I'm missing. I know Endless Trap Hell is a popular one. I tried that out, but it just I didn't think it was that great. Maybe I'm just doing it wrong. Maybe you could play more traps, take out the Gyokus, play more traps, take out the Econs or the Super Rush, play a ton more traps. If I had triple Canadian and triple Floodgate, it would probably be better with Endless Trap Hell. But either way, I'm rambling. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys in the next one. And bye-bye.